ever been at a playground and see kids having a great time, and then some type of argument breaks out, and before too long, someone's going to utter the phrase, well, I'll just take my toy and go home. And of course, the child that leaves with the toy usually has the object that was the source of the fun in the first place. And so as he or she is leaving with the toy, you can just see the disappointment on all the faces of the kids that were playing and having such a good time. Well, my parents love to tell this story whenever we grew up. We grew up in a little Mayberry type of town, and we were all, my brother and several cousins were walking to the barber shop to get our haircuts, and for some reason, still unbeknownst to us today, they gave my little brother all the money to pay for all of these haircuts, and I can assure you he was the least qualified and trustworthy of the bunch to be possessing the money. Well, according to his version of the story, we were teasing and tormenting him the whole way there. He hopped in the barber chair first, got his hair cut, and then he left with all of the money. The barber picked up on this and had great fun tormenting and teasing us, and we were left there scared to death, wondering how in the world we were going to pay for all of these haircuts. Well, just like the kids that were on the playground disappointed that the toy had left, we were sitting there at a great loss because my brother had left with the money. And when someone leaves or retreats or whenever they withdraw or withhold, in all these situations, everybody loses. Well, this is a great analogy for us as spouses, as marriages, because whenever we withhold or retreat or withdraw our gifts, our toys, if you will, everybody loses. And in this instance, our most significant other is going to lose. What if we thought of our strengths, our gifts, those parts of our personality, those special things that make us us as toys? As toys not to be hoarded or withdrawn from whenever things get difficult, but rather when things get challenging, when there's an argument or some type of difficult situation or circumstance or just season of life, we don't withdraw or retreat, but rather use that as a motivation to invest more deeply and more fully those toys that God has given us, because they are gifts from God, right? The parts of our personality that make us special and significant, they're all gifts from God. They're gifts from God that are meant to be used for the benefit and the enjoyment of others. It's sort of like an athletic analogy. You know, everybody tends to play better whenever the team is winning, but it is in fact when the team is losing that the team is most in need of somebody to make a play. Someone to use their skills and gifts and ability to do something that will help the team get back on top. Well, friends, your strengths and abilities and talents, whether that is your joy, your laughter, perhaps you're funny, maybe you have a skill or hobby like cooking or planning an event away or planning a day apart, whatever it is that makes you special, whatever it is that makes you you, when things get difficult, that is when your spouse needs those the most. They're gifts from God, not meant to be selfishly hoarded, but meant to be invested into others. Because just like the child that leaves at the playground, just like my brother that left with the money, whenever someone withholds what they possess, everybody loses. The same is true in our marriages. So friends, whatever your talents and abilities, give God thanks. And when things get difficult, use those gifts as a way to invest more deeply and more fully. Thanks for stopping by. Those are 5 good minutes to help you thrive in your marriage and your significant relationships.